The book of Daniel, chapter 8. Dream of the ram and the goat. Well, we have another dream in the time of Daniel, and it's one that probably causes him a lot of concern, like the previous dream of the four creatures in chapter 7. So Daniel now, in his golden years, is becoming very visionary. It does say in Joel chapter 2 that young men shall see visions and old men shall dream dreams, and this appears to be what is happening to Daniel. Visions and dreams, they're pretty much the same, just depends on whether you're awake or asleep. Well, we have the great ram. We think the ram correlates to the Persian Empire. It moves in several directions. It pushes to the north, the west, and the south. And then comes the he-goat. And the he-goat comes, doesn't even have its feet touch the ground, and it goes full bore and rams into the ram, and that seems to be the end of that. He has, of course, two horns, but then emerges what is called a little horn. And the little horn represents Antichrist. So what can we make of all that? He will protect, he's headed towards what is called the pleasant land. Our understanding of this pleasant land and where the he-goat is going has to be, of course, the promised land, the land of Israel, with Jewish people living in it at the time. Remember, they went into exile for 2,000 years, but in these last days, many have returned. What do we make of it all? We watch and we pray. So Daniel is seeing these visions, and he's thinking, what does it mean? And this little horn comes out, and the little horn is exercising great, dreadful, and in some cases demonic power. How can we derive some practical lessons from all this? Well, first of all, I've learned that when God speaks once, that should be sufficient, the end of the matter. God has spoken. But there are times when God will either speak twice or he'll use someone's name twice, like Saul, Saul, Samuel, Samuel, Moses, Moses. Well, when God speaks twice or uses someone's name twice, it is basically to say, sit up, pay attention. What you're about to hear is practically at the doorstep. There was an air of imminence in Daniel's day about prophecy coming to pass, and it's even more the case in our day as we come to the end of the age. That's one lesson. The second lesson, when the things of God and his kingdom come into focus, guess what happens to the things of the world? They grow greatly dim. I believe that if we want our problems to shrink, then let God be magnified. It tells us in Isaiah 26, verse 3, that God will keep you in perfect peace when your mind is stayed on him. Because when you lock in on God, you are also having a download of divine peace. After all, Jesus Christ has many wonderful titles, and one of them is this: he is the Prince of Peace. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give unto you, Jesus says in John 14 and verse 27. And then, if you want to have understanding in all things, all you have to do is ask God. It says in Proverbs 4, verse 7, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all you're getting, get understanding. Because when you have wisdom and understanding, you're virtually home and hosed to finding proper solutions that rectify issues permanently in the days ahead. After all, we're going to need a lot of direction for what to do in these complicated, change-filled and crisis-riddled times. God will help you to get all those things when you seek wisdom and understanding. Finally, if we're going to be prepared for the kingdom that has no end, we need a lifestyle of living for God 24/7. It's not a religious lifestyle. It is a spirit-anointed, word-based, Christ-centered, God-honoring lifestyle that we get in its place. So this is Daniel chapter 8. The goat and the ram.